Math Conquerors, and welcome to Lesson 1-4, Fractions and Decimals. We have some notes that we need to put in our math notebook, and today we are going to be talking about fractions and decimals. This is a decimal point. All fractions can be written as decimals. This fraction is read 1/10. 1/10. To write it in decimal form, I would write 0 because I do not have a whole number, decimal 1. And we read this 1/10. Here is our model. We have 10 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I colored in 1, which would make my fraction 1/10. And it also makes my decimal 0.1. Now, if I wanted to make a decimal number for the fraction 7/10, I would need to write 0.7 or 0.7, which would change this to 7/10. Now, because I have more than one, I now have to make it plural. And remember, to make something plural, we add an S. So 7/10. And on my model, instead of coloring 1, I'll need to color in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7/10 and the model for 7/10. Now let's change it to a 9. So here is my fraction, 9/10. If I want to write it in words, I write 9/10. My decimal is read 0.9 or 9/10. And instead of coloring in 7, I need to color in 8, 9. So I have written 9/10. Now that we've talked about tenths, now we're going to talk about hundredths. If I have the fraction 1/100th, the words would be 100th. Now notice we're adding this TH. We had the place value 10th, which we learned was right here. And now we're learning the place value 100th, which is 2 places past the decimal. Okay? So I would write hundredths as 0.01. Now here I have drawn a model. I have 10 rows going down and 10 rows going across. If I only have 100ths, I would only color in 1. Well, what if I had 5? Let's change it to 5. So this is 500ths. So we have to add our S because it's now plural. So that would be 500ths, 0.05. And in my model, instead of coloring in 1, I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now what if I had a larger number? What if I had the number 25? I would have to write 25 hundredths. Now it's still plural. If you have more than one, you have to add the S. And instead of a 0, it would be 0.25. Now, when I read these numbers, whatever place value the last digit is in, that's what I say. So this is 25 hundredths. So I need to color in 25 of these. And I know a whole row is 10. So it's 10. And then this whole row would be 20. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have colored in 25. Let's do one more. If I had a 70 74. 74. 74 hundredths. 74. 0.74. The 4 ends in the thousandths place, so it is read 74, not thousandths, I'm sorry, 74 hundredths. The 4 ends in the hundredths place, so it's 74 hundredths. We will learn thousandths, which is the next place past the hundredths. So then I have to color in 74, and if I finish this row out, that's 30, and then this row would be 40, and this would be 50, and this would be 60, and this would be 70, 71, 72, 73, 74.